Hey, so how's everybody doing today? This is Kevin with Untitled Motors, and today I'm going to be showing you how to replace an air filter on your Honda Accord, and also how to check it and see exactly when you need to change it. I believe they say the interval is like 12,000 to 24,000 miles. The filter I'm using today isn't actually a OEM like Honda part, which is a little more expensive. I got one off Amazon called EV Auto Extra Guard Rigid panel air filter. So it's basically the same thing as a stock air filter. It's just not a genuine Honda one. It was like half the price, so I decided to give this a shot. But as you can see right there, it's just change air filter every 12,000 miles. That's like at the most that you really need to change an air filter. It really depends on where you drive, how dusty it is, how much debris gets stuck in your air filter, and just generally how dirty it is. So I'm going to show you how to remove your little access panel for your air filter, which is right here, and basically show you how to check it and change your air filter. Okay, so to access your air filter, you want to first pull these small tabs here. If I can get a better shot of it for you, just go ahead and look at it. The light, you have one tab here, you pull that back, one tab there, and it looks like there is just one more, so that makes a total of 3 tabs. And this is a 2017 Honda Accord, so this should be the same for 2016 through 2017 Honda Accord Sports with the 4-cylinder. And it might be the same for older Accords, but I know that this is model years they didn't change. So now I want to go take this and hang it somewhere. Alright, so now you want to pull this up like that, and basically those latches out of the front, and just lift this up, and there's your air filter. Now this is a directional air filter. It pulls air from the bottom up. As you can see, it pulls it up and through there to the intake. So you just want to check the bottom of it. And as you can see, I have a bunch of leaves and stuff in mine. I would definitely say after 24,000 miles, that's worth changing. You can see how dirty it is. And a lot of this is from like moisture getting in there, then allowing the dirt to stick to the air filter, and the air filter basically doing its job. So let's get you a better photo of this. And I haven't been into this air filter. Nobody's changed it yet. This is an original air filter. So you can see it's pretty dirty. And basically what the air filter does is, if you don't know what it is, which there are some people that don't, it basically filters the air going into the engine, which goes into the cylinders, gets mixed with the fuel, creates the explosion side of the cylinder, ignition basically, and propels the cylinders up and down, thus propelling the car forward through the drivetrain. So it's kind of vital to have this thing free if you want maximum performance and fuel economy. I know with modern fuel injection engines, they have a way of sensing the amount of air coming in. But say you had an older car with a bad air filter, your car would end up running rich because it basically is asking for more air than it can get, so it's putting more fuel into it than the correct fuel mixture. Now, if it was the other way around and your injectors were bad, instead of running rich like it would with a bad air filter, it would actually run lean, and you'd run the risk of overheating or blowing a hole in your piston, which would be very bad. Alright, so let's get the air filter in here, and it's a very simple process to just install stuff. It's just reverse. Probably one of the easiest maintenance things you can do to your car, to be honest with you. It's even easier than doing the cabin air filter, which I have another video on. I'll put that in the description as well if you guys are interested. Here's the air filter I got. It was only like $10 at Amazon or something like that. Pretty cheap. Looks just like that one, actually. Comes with a nice convenient wrapper around it. So you see if there's a direction on here as far as where the airflow is. So where's the airflow in this? They should really have a direction on here telling you. Yeah, so you can see that one's genuine Honda right there, but it does not have a directional air filter on it. So the question is, how do you figure out what direction this goes in? Which side's up, which side's down? Well, if you take the stock filter and you look at the bottom, you'll notice the little legs that stick out, which hold it up off the base. That's what you want to look for on the new air filter. So as you can see from here, there's no legs on, right? So you flip it over, there's the legs. So that basically tells you that this way right here is down. Remember I was saying the air comes from the bottom and goes up to the actual intake. So this is the way you want to place this air filter, with these little pegs to the bottom. And it looks like it's going to be oriented in there like this because of the shape of the box. One thing you want to do before you actually put the new air filter in is just go in here and check to make sure this is all clean of major debris. There's a little bit in mine. It would be nice to get that out of there. So you can see there's a little bit of debris in there. That's not going to hurt you too much, but it would be good for you to go in there and just take that out with either a vacuum or like a paper towel, wet paper towel, just so that stuff doesn't get clogged in your new air filter and bind it up faster than it needs to. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And just for a fun fact, if you look up in there, that's actually the mass airflow sensor. That's the thing I was talking about on newer cars that basically tells the engine exactly how much air is coming in and how to mix the fuel, because depending on how much air comes in, there's a specific mixture that the engine needs to run efficiently and safely. So the computer in the car, the ECU, will tell basically the whole entire fuel management system how much fuel to throw in along with that air that's coming in. This is the wet paper towel I'm going to use to clean out the air box. So you just want to get the majority of it out as much as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just keep it a wipe down. Get the large debris out of there. Like I said, this is just like kind of a little thing that helps keep the new air filter newer for longer. Yeah, so it wasn't too much stuff, but you're in there, you might as well take a little extra effort and get it cleaned out properly. So like I said before, this is the proper orientation for the air filter. You want it to sit on these little legs here and have the air come up through the bottom and into the engine. And this little area right here has to go towards the engine. As you can see, the design of the actual the air box itself basically shows you that. So just look for that and make sure you have it in here right. It should lay in there easy, like that. And you want to make sure that you pull it all the way back. So this whole area down here is tight. As you can see, like right here, if you don't put it in here and pull it all the way back, it can run up there and you won't be able to close the lid properly. So just make sure you pull it back here like this and seat it in there correctly. And now you just do the reverse of the way you took it off, which is basically you want to get these little tabs underneath these little, I guess inside these little insert areas here. I don't really know what to call them. So just give it a little torque down. That. Then you just latch it up again like that. You should be all set. Go in there. Back one's being a pain. Let's take it off and take it out again. Make sure this thing's seated properly still. I almost have a feeling like it unseated itself. Just pull back straight as much as you can, like I said before. And you want to make sure you have the back twisted up a little bit and push straight in as well as you can. There we go. That one's latched, and that one. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Make sure we clear all the trash away first. We don't want this stuff getting caught up in anything. Take a look at that leaf one more time. It really got embedded in there. Look at that.
So like I said earlier, doing this will help your engine perform better and should make it run more efficiently. So let's go ahead and start this thing up.
Okay, so I hope everybody enjoyed the video of me doing a air filter change on the Honda Accord. I hope you all found some value in it. And if you enjoyed it, you want to see more of this stuff, please subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know how your air filter change goes, or anything basically. Any video suggestions I'm always open to. And everybody have a great day, and thanks for watching.